for a walk. It's a rainy day, and then I'm gonna come in and do my hair. Y'all, I'm so sick of seeing these warlocks leeching off my energy. They all coming up in my news feed, regurgitating stuff I said. Y'all, I am so sick and tired of it. It's like I don't even want to join any groups ran by men anymore. Every time I support a male on these platforms, and I have a video to do good or I give some money on it, the man will show up doing the video within a day or two after with my content or a warped and distorted version of my content. These warlocks is leeching off older women so bad. These warlocks are all up in women's energy right now, being real sneaky and low key. Every time there's a Taurus moon and it's not their time to get money, they leech off women. They sit up there and they look at the terrorists to see what gender is getting blessed, and they go there and just leech off that gender. These warlocks are doing that. They are monitoring. They are monitoring the terror community. They're monitoring it. As soon as they see the feminine energy is abundant right now, they just go and leech. Just leech. Like, why are y'all warlocks watching me this hard? Like, why? I know y'all watching this video. Like, why? I know some of y'all been watching me. Why are y'all warlocks all up in my energy on this platform? Seriously. Why are y'all doing tarot on me to find out what I'm doing? Why are y'all watching my fitness videos and taking my content? Like, get a life. Like, I'm so sick and tired of every time I put something new on this channel, it's mostly men that want to go ahead and act like, oh, because their channel's bigger, they can take my content. Half of these fitness people were not saying anything about skipping carbs on your first meal. Everybody knows all these fitness gurus is telling people to carb load, the front carb load. Now that I said don't make carbs your first meal, now they're saying don't make carb your first meal. These guys are putting the videos up 2 days, a day after mine, telling everybody what I said and repeating my exact words where I said, not spiking your insulin on your morning meal. They're saying the same thing now. Yet when I look at previous videos of theirs, they were telling everybody front carb load, front carb load. Cole Robinson was telling people front carb load. All of them were saying front carb load. And as soon as I say don't front carb load, second carb load or third carb load, now they're all switching. It's like women cannot have no success. That's why a lot of men are saying, oh, they don't want older women. They just leeching off of us. A lot of women are leeching off older women, taking our content and getting the money and going to younger women with our content. That's what's going on here. That's what's going on here. And I'm not even going to argue with no dried up dudes up in here. I'm not. These men over 30 are harvesting the content of mature women. They think they're getting even. They think they're getting even with their moms and their grandmas. They think they're entitled to take from Generation X and baby boomers. The generation under Generation X think they're entitled to take our content. They think we owe them. Generation X people don't owe nobody a damn thing on this platform, okay? We suffered and struggled too. All we had was the employment paper. We didn't have online work. We didn't have YouTube. We wasn't making $18 an hour and paying and our rent was really low. It wasn't. Our rent was still too high for what we was paid. I'm sick and tired of all this leeching off Generation X. The baby boomers are doing it and the people under us. Stop treating the middle child like crap. That's what's going on. Generation X is being leached off, period. Generation X between 40 and 55 is being treated like leeches up on this, being leached off of on here. Every time I talk to Generation X people in my email, they're like, someone keeps taking my content. Someone keeps leeching off of me. Stop leeching off of us. For real. Like, we didn't mess up. Generation X didn't ruin things. Go to the baby boomers. Take from them. Shoot. Like, for real. We struggle too. We struggle just like the younger generation. We didn't have online world to meet people. We had to meet people out in these streets. We had no choice but to go to the clubs and risk our lives to meet people. There was no YouTube. There was no Facebook. There was mass shootings going on in the 90s, and we had no choice but to risk our lives to meet people in them clubs. Because there was no Facebook dating apps. There was none. People need to show Generation X people more compassion. For real. There wasn't no multiple streams of income, passive income to do online. If you didn't get a job, you were just screwed. You were just screwed. There was no eBay to sell stuff out of our homes. For real. Sick and tired of these dudes over 30 sitting up here like, oh, I'ma stay single, but you all up in our energy still. Stay single and get up out our energy. Like, for real. If you're gonna say you're a single man, stop trolling older women. Just go troll the younger women. Stop trolling us to get our money. Every single time men get in trouble, they want to run to the older women. Oh, I'm going through this. Want us to be auntie to you. Want us to help you out. But sit up here and take from us and give whatever you make from our stuff to the young women. Make it make sense. Tired of these warlocks using us for breakthroughs. There's been one warlock after another offline using me for breakthroughs. And now it's all going on up on YouTube. They think they're invincible. Oh, we proved that we run the country, that masculine energy run this America, so we can do what we want to, you older women. What'll happen if more of us do an exodus? Then you're screwed. Using our intuition. Want to sit up there and be all hoed up and sleeping with young girl after young girl after young girl, and your intuition is all blocked. These warlocks, their intuition is blocked because they're hoed up. They're hoes. So I'm gonna find a celibate, pure older woman and use her, leech off of her since my intuition is blocked. All these warlocks putting up videos. Soon as older women put up videos, every single time I start getting donations or getting praise in my videos, all of a sudden these same dudes start putting up videos at the same time I do. Just like, oh, she online, let me go and do a video and let me say something she said. Trying to hop on my Arcadian rhythm time. I changed my time. And they still, they don't even got no sense of divine time, and they just using me and other older middle-aged women to find out divine time. I'm telling y'all women, y'all better go ahead and follow. Look, if I had to start over, if I was somebody that was out here, I was younger, I wouldn't even want no husband, no man, for real. The way these warlocks are, the way they acting, no. I don't ever plan to go back out there. I'm good. I'm good. I am good. The day that all of this, that my family is moved on, my daughter then moved on, settled in with her kids. She's grown though. And my husband is dead. I might go live in a monastery, like Like Left Eye did. Left Eye was sick of it. She was sick of all of it. She was sick of what her boyfriend did to her, pushed her over the edge. No, done. Done. Done straight up. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm good. Just using women. That's all it is. That's all it is. Every single damn relationship I ever been in. Use the woman. Use the woman for cooking and cleaning and emotional support and catering to the energy and building them up and giving them guidance and this and that while still being expected to have my own money. Then what? How are we benefiting from a relationship with men? How? I want y'all women to tell me, where is the real benefit with relationship with men? Where is it? They ain't even respecting our energy when we're not in a relationship with them. Where is the benefit? Women are not even making it to 70 now, getting in relationships, dropping dead. Why? Why is that happening? Because the masculine energy ain't what it used to be anymore. They want to say it's not modern. Actually, it is. Too damn modern. Women were living longer back in the day. Women ain't even seeing 70 now. And it's always women in relationships with men. Period. And people can call me bitter all they want. I'll be bitter if I want to. Sitting up here. Purposely getting women fired on the jobs, thirsty for the jobs of women. Knowing damn well they benefited from feminism too. They working as nurses, housekeepers, cooks. They benefit from feminism. They benefit from it. They work in feminine jobs, but want to come for us and say, stay in a woman's place. Well, stay in a man's place. Give up your cooking job. Give up your. No, you're not. I'm so tired of this. I'm so tired of this. I'm done. I don't even want to put no more of my content on here. Video after video, these warlocks showed up, recommended to me. They was waiting for me to put another video up these 2 days. And when I didn't, they went right to the videos I put up already and took from them. The videos I put up days ago, they went and harvested. That information was not on YouTube. The information I said about dieting was not on YouTube. They were all saying front carb load. I was not. I said don't. And now they're saying don't. I said let your first meal be only protein and low fat. Now they're saying that. All these warlock dudes was literally telling everybody to do 4-hour fast in the morning, front carb load, and keto. With keto veggies and keto fruit. I said none of that. I said no front carb loading. Only thing you're going to eat on your first meal is only protein. Now they're all saying it. Because I explained why that works better than front carb loading. And now they're saying exactly what I said. Like repeating, this is why it works. I'm like, these men need to stop. I got that directly from God. God literally told me this. Literally, it came as a download. Like, I heard God say, never eat high carbs on your first meal. That was straight from the Most High. Yet, these dudes that are all ripped, they were doing that. And now that I say don't, now they're saying don't. Now they're saying don't. Don't eat your first meal. Don't have oatmeal on your first meal. Don't. I'm like, I know damn well they're having oatmeal on their first meal. They're still front carb loading because they're all full of muscle and all ripped up and stuff. The reason why they using my content is because they switching over to helping people lose weight and stay toned and keep muscle. So they trying to switch over to my stuff because their stuff has expired. I didn't even give the whole meal, whole diet information out. Now I'm glad I didn't. I see these warlocks is too thirsty. Thirsty to get more money. All up in the older Empress energy, all because it's a Taurus moon. These dudes want to sit up there and keep switching up. I mean, how many different type of ways they gonna tell people to lose weight? They are thirsty for more money on their channel. They don't want to give credit to other teachers. There's a reason why I said no front carb loading on your first meal. There's a reason why. And the main reason is because, is what I said in the last video. It's unnecessary if you do what I said in the last video about emotional fulfillment, not spiritual practices. These fitness teachers want to say meditate, Tai Chi. None of that's even necessary. The first 3 hours woke, or first 2 hours woke, you need to have some fun. See, that's the total, see how that's opposite. All these fitness gurus tell you, go for a peaceful walk. They tell you that. But do anybody see kids going for a peaceful walk when they wake up? No. Kids are playful. Kids laugh when they wake up. They joke with each other, right? You got to get them to stop joking so they can get ready for school. Fun is spiritual. No one has to meditate in the morning and pray through a fast. No one has to even pray through a fast if they go to bed early, if they wear their energy down between 6 and 8 p.m. and they're in bed by 8:30 and sleep. Nobody even has to do spiritual work through the first 2 hours woke because they're already through the intense hunger phase because they were asleep when they were hungry. See, that's the key. The key is to get through the hunger spell, sleep while you're asleep. So you have to wear your energy down so that when you hit that bed, you're out cold. You're just out cold early. And then when you wake up, your hunger is like barely even there. It won't even show back up again till about the 2nd hour woke. Especially if you're drinking your little tea and, your lemon tea and all that type of stuff. And by the 2nd hour woke, okay, then you're going to protein load. See, I don't do, front carb load is after protein load. And carb load is only when you're going to have a heavy workload. They're not even telling people. They're copying me. These warlocks is copying me, but they're not even saying why because it wasn't their download. They can't even tell you why. And why to eat this at this time? Why not? They can't tell you why. They just go into the textbook and say insulin will be high on the first meal. No, that's not really the reason why. When you front load carbs, it has to be insulin you plan to release. You got to try to use it up. But most people are not even in the energy to use up the carbs that early in the morning. They're doing light duty stuff. Dishes, folding clothes, sweeping, all that's light duty. You don't need front carb loads for that. You can do all the light housework in the morning without carbs. Front carb loading is literally for workout only. Carb loading is workout only. Other than that, no grains, no carb load. It's not even worth your energy. It's not even worth the calories, wasting the calories. You can electrolyte load and have no additional calories in you. If you want extra energy for your light duty work, just electrolyte load rather than carb load. There is a time for carbs. It's literally circadian clock based. Like if I tell people they go to a circadian clock, they will learn when they're supposed to have those carbs. If they know their circadian clock, if they figured out their circadian clock, and they know pretty much what energy they will probably be in at what time, then they'll know whether it's time for them to have carbs. It's literally that. But these fitness coaches, it's like they're just so thirsty for more money. They're inserting little parts of what I'm saying and then adding their own spin on it, which is messing people up. One of the worst things you could do on your first meal when you break your fast is have eggs with beef. That is literally the worst thing. But this warlock dude who's trying to copy me, he's like, oh, don't eat oatmeal and carbs on your first meal. Have protein on your first meal, protein only, and fats. He added the fat so it seemed like he's not copying me. But he's wrong. If you break your first meal with eggs and beef, that fat count is too high already, just in that one meal. Even if it's lean beef, that meal probably gonna be at least 8 grams of fat. Okay? That leaves you with maybe 10 grams of fat at the most you can have for the rest of the day. And you got the whole day to get through. So you're better off having chicken with some eggs in the morning. Chicken and 2 eggs. Or no eggs at all. Like straight up. No eggs at all. Just straight up. First, on your very first meal, just eat you a fat chicken breast. A fat skinless chicken breast. Like, what is the point of putting fat in your body on the first meal when you know you need to lose fat? Like, why confuse your body like that? Why be like, oh, I'm giving you fat even though I want you to burn fat right now? See, that's confusion. That's confusion. Just take all the fat out, as much as the fat out on the first meal. Like, for real. The first food you put in your mouth, like, as zero fat as possible and keto friendly. And if you can't go to sleep at 8 o'clock, make yourself go to sleep. Go get some sleep medicine. Knock yourself out. Like, literally. If you want that fat off that bad, do something to make yourself go to sleep. That way, you're going to feel rested, and when you get up, you're going to be getting up. You're going to be getting up at a time in which it's easier for you to tap into your spiritual powers and be very spiritual because of the time, the circadian clock. So I'm not going to get deep into that lesson, but going to bed by 8 p.m. is important, because then when you get up, you're going to have a lot of spiritual depth to you when you wake up. Okay? And that rest energy, you're going to be respectful. You're not going to be so quick to jump out of bed. You're going to respect your energy more because of that circadian clock time that you got up. See what I'm saying? It's amazing that these fitness instructors, they don't never talk about the metaphysical energy, how it does affect the choices we make and the diets we have and the goals we can achieve at certain times. They never talk about that. They just make it seem like people can just, like, you just push through, even though you're not in alignment with the energy, just push through. These warlocks keep telling people to push through. It's like, just get in alignment with your stars and your circadian clock, so you don't have to push through. So, for example, at 12 o'clock today, I had ice cream. You know why I had ice cream? It's because I didn't have nothing for hours, but it's 12 o'clock. 12 o'clock is, you can have sweets, tea with some sweets or something. But that means from 12 o'clock all the way to 8 o'clock, after 12 o'clock, after 12:30, and I pee or whatever, there's my insulin is not high. See what I'm saying? Like, do people know that you don't even got to eat a meal for lunch? Nobody has to eat a meal for lunch. Like these fitness gurus telling people eat in a 4 hour window. No, you don't have to eat in a 4 hour window. You can eat all day, and you don't eat. You can eat all day. It's what you're actually eating, and when you're eating it. There's a certain time of day for certain types of food. 12 o'clock, you can have ice cream. They give you ice cream with your lunch in the hospital. You have ice cream at school. You can have ice cream with your school at lunch at 12 o'clock. You don't need a meal at 12 o'clock. You can just have some ice cream. Serious. It's like, it's, period. Low fat ice cream or just a scoop of ice cream and go about your way. That little burst of sugar, there it is. Maybe a couple hours later, then you might be like, yeah, I'm going to have me, maybe a piece of fish or something. And then a couple hours after that, maybe I'll have me a chicken thigh and some greens. And then maybe a little bit of table wine and go to sleep. Perfect. But they want to sit up there and so busy wanting some money, these warlocks, that they're like, oh, excuse me, y'all. No, I'm going to tell you something. If you're trying to push through a diet, you're going to hit a wall. You should never have to. Eat when you're hungry, but eat what you're supposed to eat at that time and know why you're eating it and what you plan to do after you eat it. You should know, like, I'm eating this ice cream because I plan to relax afterwards. If you don't know what you're going to do before you eat the food, then you shouldn't eat the food. That's it. Your stomach actually only needs a small amount of food to actually be okay. So it's like, all your body really wants is energy and vitamins. That's it. Really, if you want to just go ahead and thrive and be like, I don't want no food, just go off just energy and vitamin water. Just run on that. It really just wants energy and vitamins. You can actually take vitamins, crush it up, put in some water, run on that, get electrolyte water, energy water, and run on that. Most people are eating all because they like the sensation of eating or the taste of food. But if we start being like, I like energy more than the taste of food, then eating food will be optional. The body just needs hydrated vitamins and energy. That's literally it. If you can give yourself all three of those things, then eating will be very optional. If you can glamorize just giving yourself all three of those things, eating would be optional. I always say, how can I get the vitamins that I need in my body without eating? Because it's literally not safe to eat this food. Like, literally, it's toxic, pesticide. You don't know what people did when they touched the food. You don't know what's going on with the food in these places, whether the dates on the food is right. So it's like, you got to say, God save me before you eat the food. So it's like, can I get around eating this food? Like, for real. Because I don't even know. I can't trust none of this food out here. Really, I can't. I don't care. If it don't come from your own damn garden, you can't trust it. And even then, you don't know what somebody doing in your garden. People be peeing and pooing in other people's garden out of jealousy. So still, you just don't know. I actually love to feel the way I feel when I have very little food in my body. When I have very little food in my stomach, I feel a lot better. I can feel the toxins in the food trying to make me toxic, trying to mess around with my emotions and my mental health. I can feel the food doing it. It don't matter if the food was organic or what. I can still sense something off with the food out here. So I try to be like, I try to get most of my stuff what I need now from drinks. Seriously. But I just wish these warlocks would just like stop trying to use older women and acting like they don't care. Talking about, she hit the wall. I don't do older women. Yes, you do. You watching us and you're taking notes and you're using us, and you want the young girls think that you're so chosen. I wonder how chosen a lot of people would be if there was no YouTube. Man, I'm telling you no lie. The day that these apps go down, if the internet go down, a lot of people are going to be like, I don't know what to do. They're going to be like zombies, like they're supposed, like they really are. They won't have access to other people's brains, using people for their brains to pretend like they're not a zombie. Y'all, I'm so over it too, Summer. I'm over it. All this, always want to attack Generation X women, but sit up there at the same time like, what you got to eat? I'm so tired of that. Telling you no lie, I'm to the point. It's like, had I had known how leechy the warlock masculine energy could be, I would have never even bothered to have a male friend. I would have never even I would have never even bothered to even. I'm not saying all men are like that, but it's a super small percentage of non-warlock men, because too much they play with themselves too much. It's like some serious. Look at all the marriages that end because women file the most divorces, and the emotional cruelty, or they say the man cheated, or he was hooked on porn. It's like all that going on. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Lots of lies and stuff. No. No, man. These dating apps is allowing men to DM multiple women and stuff, and all type of stuff. It's crazy, y'all. I went ahead and made my last video private. I said, what is the point? These warlocks, they just won't get off my energy. What is the point? I might as well just go ahead and do the videos and send them out privately to people. I gotta get ready to go, y'all. I want to go on my walk and enjoy the rain before it stops, y'all. I'll see y'all later. Thank you to all the men who aren't warlocks, Wendell and all of y'all that's been respecting my energy. Y'all men on here that's respecting feminine energy. May y'all be blessed and highly favored. May y'all make it through the winter and have abundance. But the men who are warlocks, may you enjoy the taste of your negative karma. Swallow it, because that's what you're going to have to do. Stealing from older women right now. Seeing that the moon is in Taurus, which is older feminine energy, and sitting up there ripping off older women up on these social apps. If you're a warlock doing that, you're going to pay come Capricorn season. You're going to pay. Bye, everybody.